here in our Berkshire Boar Drive, we are going to drive out each of our second place boars, and we would ask, like we do it at the majority of the type conference here with this breed, because of their aggression level, we're going to ask that you second place exhibitors drive your boar out and kind of make a circle and then go back into the penning area, so we don't end up with a boar fight. Class 1, the second place entry is from Austin Lane. It's Spragueville, Iowa, 848-2. This boar is sired by AUST 6 Coattails 2-2 for the 4th day of January. Second place out of Class 1, Austin Lane. We have the second place entry out of Class 2, Brian Beaman and family, 12 Mile, Indiana, 806-1, sired by NNMS 6 Wolfpac 6-3, and farrowed on December the 15th. Class 3, second place boar, 890-2. Torrance and Christian at Farmington, Iowa. This boar is sired by SDH5 Double Take, 40-2. John's boar was farrowed on the 22nd day of November, 890-2, Torrance and Christian. We have the second place boar out of Class 4, 818-1, Bryce Conover, Baxter, Iowa. Sarba BMHD 5 Thriller, 6-8, farrowed the 30th day of October. And our second place boar out of Class 5, Kelsey Olson of Clearbrook, Minnesota, 863-1, sired by A&BO Black Mambo, 1-2, farrowed the 16th day of October. Let's please congratulate those 5 exhibitors for their outstanding second place boars. Give them a big hand if you would, please. We're now ready to drive for Grand Championship honors. We have the winner out of class number 1, Pearson Odell at Laura, Ohio, 866-1. Jeff Boar is sired by TPSP5 Scandal, 17-1. For the 2nd day of January. He's got a 1.27 weight per day of age, a 0.50 back fat with a 6-inch loin eye. Pearson Odell, class 1 winner. Class 2 winner, Albright Swine Farms of Coldwater, Michigan, 801-1. Doug's boar is sired by HH5 Monopoly, 27-3. Farrowed on the 11th day of December, 1.51 weight per day of age, 0.60 back fat with a 7-7 loin eye. Albright, your class 2 winner. The winner of class 3, 867-1, Jackson Pitts, Fort Scott, Kansas. Sired by NNMS5 Bohica, 39-1. Farrowed on the 15th day of November. Weight per day of age is 1.57. He's got a 0.73 with a 7-7 loin eye. Pitts, the winner of class 3. Class 4 winner, 818-3, Bryce Conover, Baxter, Iowa. Bryce's boar is sired by BMHD 5 Thriller, 6-8. Farrowed on October 30th, 1.15 weight per day of age, 0.47 back fat with a 6-9 loin eye. Conover, class 4 winner. And our Class 5 winner, entry number 845-1, Chad Kremper, Cass Lake, Minnesota, sired by ASF 5 Bright Lights, farrowed on the 22nd day of October, 169 weight per day of age, 0.92 back fat, with a 9.5 loin eye. Again, we remind you to get your photographs, folks, with Steve Mapes. You'll need to get those before 8 o'clock tonight. Again, Berkshire's will back cleanup tomorrow afternoon here in this arena. And we told you we'd give you the numbers of boars and gilts that are in the sale. If your boar or gilt did not make the sale, you can consign your animal. You need to do that with Amy Smith, though, immediately here right after the show if you wish to get in. We took 10 boars out of Class 1, 7 Class 2, 5 boars out of Class 3, 5 boars out of Class 4.
We got our 5 class winners out here, and guys, this has been an excellent Berkshire Boar Show, and these representatives we have out here are awfully good. If this is any indication of what we're going to see in Springfield in a couple weeks, we're in for a real treat to follow up what we had last year there in Springfield.
8 gilts out of Class 6, 7 gilts out of Class 7, 8 gilts out of Class 8.
John and Brad are discussing their selection of the champion at this time.
Right after the boars. For Berkshire exhibitors, we've been blessed today to have John Hinker from Decorah, Iowa.
We have the Monopoly Hog from Albright, the Thriller Boar from Bryce that wins a tough class.
Very passionate about the purebred industry.
The Bohica Boar, the gentleman in the purple shirt's driving across your string right now. And the Odell Boar, the youngest boar of the show, one that certainly can hold his own against these other 4 out here. Really a high-quality boar. Really attractive from the side. Reaches really well off both ends of his skeleton. It's got a lot of muscle and shape, but still some growing yet to do in that one. That one's awfully intriguing for a young hog that he is today.
Production traits, and yet he still has a deep appreciation for hogs, how they need to go out and how they need to function. And so anytime you have an opportunity for someone like John to step into the ring and evaluate your breed from an unbiased approach, he does it with a very professional manner. He does it with a straightforward kind of approach. It's been our privilege to have him here today to evaluate the Berkshire hogs. Let's give John a nice hand and thank him for stepping into the ring here close to home at the Wolfpac Expo and evaluating Berkshires.
Here's John Hinker with your champion selection.
Thank you, Kevin. Always appreciate judging any good event, and this is a breed that I've watched and really have enjoyed and watching your success and the improvement that you've made in the last 10 years. I commend you. And while you did that, you've been relevant in the show ring and in some overall events, but you've maintained your meat market. This is a multi-purpose breed that can maintain a commercial sector of selling pork, and you can still have hogs there that are show ring oriented and have a lot of kids have a lot of fun, and I think that's really neat. It's a great advantage for you guys that even are in the club thing to market your off pigs there for a premium. I think that's really neat. Just tremendous improvement. Very interesting class here, or championship drive here. To say I got the one that just blew me away, no. But we got some quality boars that offer some really good pieces in our boar drive. The practical one that puts it together for me, and I got Brad Mayberry helping me. He's a young man that is a cattle buyer at Cargill, and he's involved in this show pig thing and has helped people. He's a guy that's been at my farm when he was a young man, brought by a close friend of mine that was his ag teacher. And I've always appreciated his ability to analyze. Ever since he was a young man, he was very analytic on feet and legs and structure. Always had a friendship with him since then and really appreciated his opinion. I asked him, thank you, Brad, for joining me. For the people that don't know Brad, go up to him, meet him. A very good quality young man that understands good stock and is very enjoyable to work with. We talked about these boars. And the practicality of putting some performance with them, having some type. The boar that we landed on that has show ring look, still had good enough rate of gain, cutability, and balance. The 801 boar here, 801.1 is going to be our champion boar today. Congratulations.
Congratulations to Albright Swine Farms and their champion boar here at the World Pork Expo. Doug and Pat and Ben's boar is a Monopoly hog. Second in that class was Brian Beaman and family, the Wolfpac hog. That was probably the class they spent the longest time on today. I wouldn't be surprised to see the Beaman family hog slip right in here.
Sired by NNMS6 Wolfpac 6-3 for the 15th day of December. 1.59 weight per day of age, 0.56 back fat with a 7-4 loin.
John's looking over at Bryce's 818-3 hog. Looking back at the Beaman hog here for our selection and reserve. The 8061 hog. Again, that's a Wolfpac. Bryce's is a Thriller. John mentioned rate of gain here in his champion selection. Bryce's boar grew in a 1.15 weight per day of age. The Beaman hog was 159 weight per day of age for those of you following along at home.
Only the ones selected for the sale will be offered tomorrow. Get your photographs in the next hour with student names for them to be posted on the ABA website. We get a lot of traffic on that website and calls in for the sale tomorrow. Also, there's information there on the Facebook page, Facebook Live, some of the broadcasting from today, and of course, Walton webcast.
A reminder to catch the Crossbred Guild Show in the NSR broadcast at the conclusion of the Crossbred Boar Show. They're going to show the Crossbred Gilts and the NSR broadcast.
Well, we bring out that second place boar, and another boar that's got a lot of power to him. He's got a skull on him that and a jawline you really like in any breed there. He's really massive, and yet he's clean enough, got tremendous reach. One that really puts himself in the hunt. Then I've got two young boars in here, 866-1. Like to see your boar grow a little faster, but I love the design in your boar and how he sets him down. Can John Hinker use a boar with a 1-2 weight per day of age? Really hard for me to. Bryce's boar, I really like that boar there in terms of heaviness of skeleton. Him too is a boar that had a little less gain than I would prefer. One that I like in terms of structure and design. A lot of good in that boar. We get down to what I want to do, and I think we've got to keep some performance and appetite and grow and power in these hogs. He's not perfect, but he's got some reach up that front end, some forearm and bone. He's really fresh. 806-1 is going to be my reserve champion.
Congratulations to the Beaman family and the reserve champion Berkshire boar. An excellent Berkshire show. Those of you following at home, be sure to check the Berkshire website for pictures today. The sale tomorrow. Contact Amy Smith to bid online.